Welcome to YouTube channel. Today class for BCom Computer Applications 3rd year semester 6. Subject Electronic Commerce. The topic is cryptography, encryption and decryption, digital signatures, digital certificates. Generally, the last classes and our previous classes we discussed about the internet and various protocols and data transmission. So that means generally the internet is using to transmit data from source to destinations or exchanging data among the different users throughout the world. That purpose the internet is using. At the same time, for exchanging of information, that information must be exchanged in secure manner. The security purpose or to secure data transmission purpose, various techniques are using. Such techniques are included as a part of the cryptography. So today class we have to elaborate about the cryptography, encryption, decryption, digital certificates and digital signatures. We'll see one by one. Now discussing about the cryptography or encryption, decryption. So in this cryptography we should get the answers for the following questions. What is cryptography? What is encryption? What is decryption? What are the types of cryptography? What is key? What is black cipher? Encryption, decryption techniques. Here the question arises, what is cryptography? We should get the answer for cryptography and we should get the answer for encryption, decryption and types of cryptography, and we are using the terminology key in the cryptography, and we use the black cipher and other DES, AES. So all these points here we discuss clearly, especially this is for data transmission. Here the data may be a simple text or multimedia component. Here the multimedia component means it includes audio, video, images, graphics, etc. or combination of all these. So internet, with help of the internet we are downloading various videos, audios, images, text content, etc. Such information that may be a plain text or any other one, through internet we are getting. At the same time, sometimes we need to send a data in confidential matter. For example, the banking system is there. In the banking system, the payments must be transferred from a particular user to another user, or for different payments, for purchasing, buying and funds, etc. All such transactions must be executed in secure manner. Otherwise, there is a chance of loss to the customers. So without losing, the transaction should be executed. For that purpose, the transactions are executing, or online payments are executing in secure manner by using security mechanisms. Here the security mechanisms applied by using cryptography. So that purpose, here we have to discuss clearly what is cryptography. Generally, the cryptography is a concept. It is the study of encryption, decryption. And in other words, it is derived its name from a Greek word called cryptos, which means hidden secrets. Then cryptography is the practice and study of hiding information. It is the art or science of converting a plain intelligible data into an unintelligible data and again retransforming that message into its original form. It provides confidentiality, integrity, accuracy. Once again, here we observe that the crypto word came from Greek word cryptos. That meaning is hidden secrets. That means generally when user sending an information in plain form, such plain form can be hided, hiked, hacked, or seen by others. That may be threat of confidentiality. Such threat can be prevented when it is converting into unreadable form. So that's that purpose, that is called the plain information must be converted into unintelligible data, and again it is retransforming into original form where it is received at other end. Then simply we have to give definition as the cryptography is the study of encryption and decryption, or the study of processing, converting a intelligible text into unintelligible text, and again it is retransforming into original form. This concept is known as cryptography. So the cryptography, what it is doing, it provides confidentiality, integrity, and accuracy. These three important features are providing with help of the cryptography. Before then, now the concept in the cryptography concept, we observe 2 points. One is encryption and the other one is decryption. In the earlier class also we discussed about the encryption. Here we had to elaborate clearly about encryption, decryption. The first one, encryption, means the process of converting plain text into an unintelligible format, that is called ciphertext, is called encryption. Once again, simply we know that the plain text which is readable form, the plain text is called readable form. Such readable form converted into unreadable form, that is unreadable form, is called ciphertext. The process of plain text into ciphertext is called encryption. Once again, very simple. Encryption means the process of converting plain text into ciphertext. Here the plain text means readable form, whereas ciphertext means unreadable form. In an intelligent form to unintelligent form is the encryption, whereas the decryption means the process of converting ciphertext into plain text is called decryption. Simply, it is the reverse process of the encryption. The text, the matter, the content which is encrypted, that encrypted content, encrypted text is called ciphertext. Ciphertext again retransforming into plain text. Such process is called decryption. The study of both these two is called cryptography. Here we observe 3 points. Number 1, cryptography. Second one is encryption. Third one is decryption. Here the encryption, the study of encryption, decryption is known as cryptography, whereas encryption means converting into unintelligent form. Decryption means again retransforming into original form is called decryption. So what are the types of cryptography? Here we observe, here symmetric cryptography is there, asymmetric cryptography is there. Here symmetric cryptography means same key is used by both parties. Here the both parties means a person, a user sending an information is called client or user 1. Such sent information or message must be received by other end is called destination or another user or user 2. User 1 and user 2, if both parties using same key for cryptography purpose, such is called symmetric key cryptography or secret key cryptography. Symmetric or secret key cryptography. Here the advantage is simple and faster. Disadvantage is less secure. Symmetric cryptography is the less secure, but the usage is very easy, very simple, right? Whereas asymmetric cryptography means it is public cryptography, whereas symmetric key means private key, it is the public key. Here two different keys are used. In symmetric only one key is used, whereas in asymmetric two keys are used. Users get the key from an certificate authority. Here advantages are more secured and authentication is essential. Then disadvantages relatively complex. There in the symmetric port, disadvantage is very less secure. Here the advantage is more secure. Here authentication is also essential, whereas disadvantage is relatively complex. Here example picture is there. Here a person is sending and other person is Alice is sending, Bob is receiving the message. So a message, hello Bob, is the message that is encrypted with a key, Bob's public key. That code is here. This code again decrypted as hello Bob to the Bob by Bob's private key. So here at the Alice two keys are there. One is private key and other one is public key. Whereas other person, received person also having two keys. One is public key and other one is private key. By combination of public key of the Bob and private key of the Alice, the text must be encrypted. After reaching the such encrypted message, the public key of the Alice and private key of the Bob, combination of these two, such message is decrypted as hello Bob and received at the Bob's place. This is the procedure of asymmetric. This is the procedure of symmetric. Both are using same key is called symmetric key. Both are using different keys are called asymmetric key. Then discussing about what is key. In cryptography, a key is a variable value that applied using an algorithm to string or block of unencrypted text to produce encrypted text or to decrypted text. The length of the key is a factor in considering how difficult it will be decrypted in the text in a given message. What is black cipher? What is initialization vector? Here in cryptography, a key is generally in the cryptography key is using. That may be symmetric or asymmetric. In both the cases key is using. Here what is key means, it is a variable value and applied using an algorithm to string or block an unencrypted text to produce encrypted text. In the similarly to decrypt encrypted data text to unencrypted text. For both purposes, a key is using. Here the key is nothing but a variable value. Such value is using to produce an algorithm. The algorithm is using for encrypt and decrypt the message. Then moreover, what is black cipher? A method of encrypting or decrypting data is called black cipher. A key is used to encryption and decryption, same size of IP and OP. Here the IP means input, whereas OP means output. What is an initialization vector? An initialization vector, IV, is an arbitrary number that can be used along with a secret key for data encryption. It is a group of hex values, hexadecimal values. That means the 16-bit code. Here the initialization vector for it is nothing but an arbitrary number that can be used for secret key for data encryption purpose. Here we understood about what is key, what is black cipher, what is initialization vector. Key is nothing but a variable value, whereas black cipher is nothing but method of encrypting decrypting data, and key is used for encryption decryption and size of IP and OP. Whereas initialization vector, it is an arbitrary number that can be used along a secret key for data encryption purpose. It is a group of hex values. In addition to that, two types of encryption schemes are there, that is DES and AES. What is DES? That is data encryption standards. DES means data encryption standard, whereas AES means advanced encryption standard. What is DES means? It is previously predominant algorithm used for encryption or decryption of electronic data. DES was developed in the early 70s by IBM, which was then submitted to the National Bureau of Standards (NBS). Here, remember this. We observe that the cryptography means is a encryption mechanism. In the encryption mechanism, some of the standards are used. That purpose, DES is also one of the standards for encryption purpose. So similarly, DES means data encryption standard. It was predominant algorithm for the encryption purpose. It is developed by IBM in 1970s, and it is submitted to the National Bureau of Standards for permit to use such encryption scheme where data transmission over a network. Like other private key cryptography methods, both the sender and the receiver must know and use the same private key. In the symmetric mechanism, a private key is used for the sender and receiver. Both are using same private key in DES mechanism. Then DES uses a 56-bit encryption key, which can give around 2 power 56 combinations to encrypt plain text. DES is restricted with a block size of just 64 bits. Generally, the DES permits to use 56-bit. That means it contains 2 power 56 combinations, whereas DES generally restricted to block size of just 64 bits only. Instead of 2 power 56, that is restricted to 64 bits only. Instead of 256, instead of 256 combinations, it block size of just 64 bits. Then sometimes DES is said to use 64-bit key, but 8 bits out of it is used for some other purpose. So total 64 bits are there. In this 8 bits purpose is different, but only 56 bits are used for DES purpose. The maximum amount that can be transmitted with a single encryption 32 GB. DES uses Festal network, which divides block into two halves before going through the encryption steps. Here the maximum amount that can be transferred within a single encryption is 32 GB only. DES using which divides the block into two halves before going through the encryption steps. This is about the DES. Here just you will remember that DES stands for Data Encryption Standard, which is developed by IBM in 1970s, and it is submitted to National Bureau of Standards. Moreover, here private key is used for both sender and receiver. Generally it is 64-bit is using. From 64-bit 8 bits are used for other purpose. Only 56 bits are for encryption purpose. This is about the DES. Whereas AES is nothing but Advanced Encryption Standard. It is a specification for the encryption of electronic data. Originally called Rendell, the cipher was developed by two Belgian cryptographers, John and Damon, and Vincent Rijman, who submitted to the AEC selection process held by the NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, in the year 1997, which continued for 3 years, and the end result was given on 2nd October 2002, where Rendell was chosen as the proposed standards. Here just you remember AES is the advanced encryption standard. It is developed by two persons, that is Rigendal and Vincent. Both are submitted for approval purpose NIST in the year 1997, but it is approved on 2002, 2nd October 2002. The Ridgeway was chosen the proposed standard. The algorithm described by AES is a symmetric key algorithm, meaning the same key is used for encryption decryption. AES standard is variant where the block size is restricted to 128 bits. The key size is of 128, 192, 256 can be used. So some difference is there. It is advanced for the DES. Here their 64 bit, here the 128 bit is there. More combinations are available to encrypt and decrypt data, but here also same key is using for public and private purpose. Then AES is based on a design principle known as substitution permutation network and is fast in both softwares and hardware. So AES is based on design principle known as a substitution permutation network and is fast in both software and hardware, which is the AES is the fast in software and hardware. This is the system. So comparatively DES, it is the advanced one. It contains the more advanced security features, more combinations are there. Here the key size is different from DES. That one is submitted, others, this one is developed by others, that is in 70s. It is in 1997 but approved in 2002. These are the two techniques are using, that is. Then some comparisons between DES encryption and AES encryption. One by one we will observe here. Number one, DES uses the 56 bits, that means 2 power 56 combinations, whereas AES can use 128, 192, 256 bits keys, which provides 2 power 128, 2 power 192, 2 power 256 combinations for encryption. So more combinations, more features are available with help of this 128, 192, 256 bits. Whereas DES is restricted to use block size of only 64 bits. AES restricted to use block size of 128 bits. Here it is only 64 is available. Here 128 is restricted. With 64 bits block size, the amount of data can be transferred with a single encryption key is just 32 GB. Whereas AES, it is possible to transfer around 256 billion GB of data. It is probably safe to say that you can use a single AES encryption key for any application because more combinations are available compared with the DES. Then DES uses a Fischl network which divides the block into two halves before going through the encryption steps. AES uses permutations substitution method, which involves a series of substitution and permutation steps to create the encrypted block. Here it is office divided, but here more permutations, more combinations are available for encrypt the message. Then DES encryption is a breakable through brute force attack. AES encryption, on the other hand, is still not breakable, though there are some theoretical discussion about breaking the AES. Then DES is an old technique used for encryption decryption. AES is relatively new. This is the old one. The AES is the advanced and new one. The time required to check all possible keys at 50 billion keys per second for a 128-bit key, 5 power 10 power 21 years, which makes it difficult to the hackers to decrypt the data. Here time required to check out all possible keys at 50 billion per second for a 50 bit key, 400 days. So in generally in both the cases for hackers the identification is almost very long time. It is not so easy to recognize such key by the hackers. These are the differences between DES encryption and AES encryption. And one more, digital signatures. One more next concept is the digital signatures. Here we observed here what is cryptography, what is encryption, what is key, what is key cipher, and the differences between encryption, DES and AES. Then discussing about the digital signatures. Generally we observe that DES shortly we are observing here DES. Here DES stands for digital signatures. So what is digital signature, how it works, how it is secure, that is now we are going to discuss now. Then come to a digital signature is a mathematical scheme that is used to authenticate the sender of an electronic document. A digital signature is nothing but an attachment to any piece of electronic information which represents the content of the document and the identity of the owner of the document uniquely. Generally, in the current scenario, more number of documents are approving through electronically. For such approval made by signing a competent authority in digital form. Such approval through digital signature is known as digital signatures. Here the digital signature means the name itself, the first thing, it is a mathematical scheme and used to authenticate or used to approve a particular electronic document. Generally the public, many of the public, they are getting their certificates, that may be birth certificate, death certificate, caste certificate, income certificate. Such certificates are getting through electronic form, and they are taking such certificates on paper wise. But such document, such electronic must be approved by a competent authority with help of their digital signature. So here the digital signature is nothing but a mathematical scheme. It is a authentication or approval through electronic form. A digital signature is nothing but an attachment, any piece of electronic information which represents the content of the document and identity of the owner that document uniquely. Then what is made by motivation? To provide authenticity, integrity and non-repetition electronic document, and to use the nothing but advantage. These are the advantages. To use internet as the safe, secure medium for e-commerce and e-governance. So digital certificate advantages means it provides authenticate, integrity and non-repetition to electronic document, and to use the internet and the safe, to use the internet as the safe and secure medium for e-commerce and e-governance. These are the two advantages by using digital signatures. Then basic requirements for this purpose. Two keys are essential. One is private key and other one is public key. What is the private key means? On one which is accessible only to the signer. It is used to generate the digital signature which is then attached to the message. The public key is made available to all those who receive the signed messages from the sender. It is used for verification of the received message. The private key must be owner of the document. With help of the private key, the owner must or owner should authenticate such document. If the owner approved or authenticated the document must be received by a concerned user. To access, to get such a document, the receiver must have a key. Such key is called public key. This is common to all, more number of persons. This is about the digital signature and the requirements and the advertisement. Then come to digital certificate. What is meant by digital certificate? here a subscriber of the private key and public key pair makes the public key available to all those who are intended to receive the signed message from the subscriber. That is called a digital certificate. Nothing but a particular organization offering certificates. So to offer such certificates to the concerned person, a certificate sending through electronic form, so digital form is the digital certificate, but such certificate must be get by using private key and public key pairs. So nothing but the digital certificate can be accessed by the user with the combination of two keys, private key and public key. Both the keys makes the public key available to all those who are intended to receive the message, whereas private key must be used by the authenticated person, the owner of the document or the certificate who issues. The person is the responsible, the person having the private key. Then, but in case of any dispute between the two sides, there must be some entity with the receiver which will allow the receiver of the message to prove that the message was sent by the subscriber of the key pair. This can be done with the digital signature certificate. Once again, even in case of any dispute between the two sides, there may be some entity with receiver which will allow the receiver of the message to prove that the message was sent by the subscriber of the key pair. This can be done with the digital signature certificate. With the combination of these two keys only, the certificate can be generated. If any disputes occur, by showing those such keys, it can be resolved. Then digital signature also. Here signature generation, signature verification, message data, hash function, message digest, signature generated, private key, and the signature must be verified. After that, message digest, hash function, the message data. This is signature generation. It is the verification. If it is valid or invalid, if then valid only, the document can be opened, the document can be allowed to read. If it is invalid, the document cannot be allowed to read, the document can't be open. How does it work? Means here's user A having prepared a message by using hash function and digest. This is encrypted and signed digest. It is reached. The message can be received by the user, and user having the public key. With help of the public key, it is decrypted. Then the document can be allow the users to read, to print, or to use purpose of as interest. Then application. There are many applications are using in digital with help of digital signatures and digital certificates. The sending an email, data storage, electronic funds transfer, software distribution, smart cards, ISDN, time-stamped signature, blind signatures. These are the various applications are using with help of the encryption, decryption, digital signatures and digital certificates. We know that electronic mail generally having user ID and password. At the same time, some of the documents are sending through email with help of the digital signature or from using a secret passwords or various hash functions. In the same data storage, electronic funds transfer, that is the amount can be transferred through electronic form by using various cards, such cards and net banking mechanism using various passwords and secure mechanisms, and software distributions are performing. Smart cards are also using digital signatures, ISDN, time-stamped signatures and blind signatures. Then come to advantages. With help of the digital certificates and digital signatures, authentication, integration of data, non-repetition, imposter prevention. These are the advantages. The first, authentication means identification of the person that signs. Integrated of data, every change will be uh, detected. Non-preparation means because the author cannot be denied of his work he created and sent. So that means because of the author cannot be denied of his work. That is called non-repetition. And imposter of prevention means elimination of possibility of committing fraud by an imposter. So any other person cannot be permitted in intermediary or for frauding or tampering such messages are restricted. That is imposter of prevention. Then non-repetition means the other cannot be denied of his work he created and sent. So that means once the document is received at the other end, such document attached with the digital signature means it cannot be sent by a unauthorized person. So that means the owner cannot be uh, cannot be exempted from the document which is sent by the person with his digital signature. With these are digital signatures. These are the advantages with the digital signature, digital certificates. Then come to disadvantages. Expiry. In this era of fast technology and advancements, many of the tech products have a short shelf life. Most of the technology day to day is changing, day to day forwarding, day to day changing, day to day new technology, new mechanisms coming and exchanging. That's why the expiry is very less. So such techniques having less life. Then certificates. In order to effectively use digital signatures, both senders and recipients may have to buy digital certificates. Software to work with digital certificates, senders and recipients have to buy verification softwares at a cost. This is then conclusion about the digital signatures and digital certificates. Digital signatures are difficult to understand. Digital signatures will be championed by many players that the public distrust, including national security agencies, law enforcement agencies, and consumer marketing companies. This is about the cryptography, digital signatures, digital certificates. This is the today's concept. Mostly all these contents for exchanging documents in electronic form in secure purpose. That may be electronic documents or funds transfer or electronic payments or any component which exchanging among the users over a network. That purpose, the cryptography content and digital signatures, digital certificates playing a key role to exchange information or exchange electronic documents in secure manner over a network. This is the today's topic about the cryptography and digital certificates, digital signatures. Thank you for watching this video and the class. This is the class for become computer applications. The subject is electronic commerce and unit is 2. In this unit various topics covered, that is architectural framework of electronic commerce and various applications and various protocols, that is OSI, TCP IP protocols and other secure protocols such as HTTP, SHTTP, SSL and today class about the cryptography, encryption, decryption, digital signatures, digital certificates, uh, and advantages, disadvantages, important key rules, key points about the cryptography over a internet.